Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald No Healing in Battle Wedlocke Challenge. I almost said Rainbow Wedlocke. No, that was the last series. And in this episode, we have a lot of stuff that we need to do. We need to make our way to Mauville City now, and we have a very terrifying fight that lies between us and there. But you guys might be like, why are we in Petalburg City? Petalburg City is actually a place that we can get an encounter, and I wanted to get it before Mr. Briny leaves Slateport and we can't use his boat until we actually beat Flannery. I wanted to come here and get this encounter now, so we have it now in case we need to use it on the team. The earlier we get it, the more likely we are to use it, and I think that'd be really cool. There's only one Pokemon that I can get here in Petalburg as of right now. I can get a Corphish down the line with a Super Rod, but I can get that elsewhere fairly easy, and I'd rather get this Pokemon instead. And it's found with the Old Rod. It's like a 30% chance. So I'm going to go ahead and find it, and it's the only thing I can get, like I said, so I'll see you guys when I find it. Alright, it only took 2 encounters, and we found ourselves a Goldeen, which is super cool. I've always wanted to use Seaking, and I believe I was even talking about using a Goldeen in the last episode, and it was brought to my attention that you can go get them in Petalburg City, and we haven't had a Pokemon here yet, which is really awesome. So we found ourselves a Goldeen, and I can't weaken it because it's level 5, so I'm just going to hope for the best, and maybe we'll get it in a Premier Ball. Who knows? Nah, I didn't think so. It's not weakened, and my luck is not the greatest in the world. This is gonna be annoying because I can't weaken it without knocking it out because it's level 5, so I'll throw a Great Ball and just hope it sticks. And stuck it did indeed. Alright, we have a Goldeen. Awesome. I really want to use Seaking at some point in this adventure, and though we have a lot of water types now, down the line, we might really need one, and this Goldeen will be in our PC, waiting to be used at some point. Alright, Goldeen is the goldfish Pokemon. In the springtime, schools of Goldeen can be seen swimming up falls and rivers. It mets out staggering damage with its single horn. I've never even seen that word in my life. That's a really weird word. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and check my naming theme list, which is anything but main characters from the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy. And I'll be back in a sec. Alright guys, I've got a really cool name for this Goldeen. Hopefully it's male, because if not, I'll have to use the other one. It is male. Awesome. So I found a really cool name on this list, actually several of them, but I really like this one a lot because it reminds me of this certain NPC in Spyro 3 to a T. They don't actually look alike, but they just remind me of a Seaking quite a bit. And if we ever use Goldeen, it will be a Seaking, and I think it's just great. It's actually being named after a mini-boss from the realm of Seashell Shore, which is actually really ironic because we talked about this exact realm in the last episode. And it's a big sailor Rhynoc. The Rhynocs are species in Spyro. They're just like big rhinoceros-like things. They're like little warriors and stuff like that. They're like one of the main enemies in the Spyro franchise. And it doesn't look like a Seaking, but his name is really cool because you actually fight him. He's a mini-boss. He's a big sailor, and he's riding a boat. And you fight him in the water. I just see a lot of similarities to Seaking as this character, and I'd really like to name Goldeen after that sailor and mini-boss. So the name of that sailor and mini-boss from the Seashell Shore realm in Spyro 3 is Bluto. We have Bluto the Goldeen. I think that name is really cool, and I'd love to use Seaking named Bluto one day. I think that'd be really cool. So before we head back to Slateport City, I say we go into the PC and check out our newly caught Bluto. I think it'd be awesome. We now have 3 females and 3 males in the PC, which is now evening up the score, which is great to see. I don't like having one of the same gender. That's never any good. So let's go ahead and check out Bluto the Goldeen. Has Water Veil for its ability, which I suppose is fairly alright. I don't remember what the other one is. I don't think I'm going to remember it. I don't know. And a Careful Nature. So there is our Goldeen. Pretty cool. Having Water Veil is good because it won't be able to be burned, and it has a lot of physical attacks. So if we make use of a whole bunch of physical moves down the line, we won't be able to be weakened by burns, which is really cool. Alright, that is Bluto the Goldeen. So, thanks to the power of editing magic and a cheat code called PC Warp, we should now be in Slateport. Yeah, we are. Awesome. I'm just entirely joking. That's called editing. No cheat codes would be used. I don't think there's even a thing called that. I just thought that'd be a funny little edit. Regardless, now we can go ahead and make our Well, Birch is gonna interrupt me. He's like, oh, Bianca, imagine seeing you here. Where's Brendan? Knowing my son, he's probably waiting on the bridge up ahead, ready to murder your entire team ruthlessly, because literally, it's gonna get messy. But he's really here to just give us our number, you know, his number. We already have our number. I mean, do you guys know your own phone number? I personally don't, because I just got a new one. So I'm guilty in not knowing what my phone number is anymore. I hate that when they make you change your phone number. You get used to one number and they're like, nah, and you has a new one now. Whatever. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this fight hero with Twitchy, your boy Twitchy, because not Twitchy, Stella, because Twitchy and Stella are probably the pair I'm gonna be using for Brendan. Actually, maybe not. I might be using Queen Finny and Busan. Actually, I'm really worried about the fight coming up. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna get static. Oh, wait, they have plus, right. My bad. I just assume that electric types have static most of the time, because that normally tends to be the case. Excuse me, Plusle, that's far too much damage. You're not allowed to deal that much damage to my Pokemon. What are you doing, Plusle? It's not allowed. Anyways, I did look up nature power not off screen, but, well, yeah, off screen, but like a couple of episodes ago. I just never mentioned it till now. Stella, you are so good at hitting with Bullet Seed. Oh, wow. What? 5 times? Thank you so much, Stella. You saved me so much time. If only you could do that against your boy Brendan, that would be really appreciated. Regardless, Stella's going to go ahead and hit level 20, which is really cool to see. Brendan's highest level is 20, so having my Pokemon that I'm using at level 20 is going to be nothing but a nice little upgrade, because I'm fairly worried. So, oh, you Thunder Wave me? That's not very nice, Minen. I like you better than Plusle. You don't want to stop that. Actually, I like Plusle better. I don't know. Who do you guys like better, Plusle or Minen? I love them in Destiny Deoxys, the movie. Are you going to hit 5 times against Stella? If you do, literally, you're the best. Oh, wow. She did. She's so good at everything. Stella is the queen. It's like she has skill link. She's got a lot of skill, but I don't know if it's linked. What? This thing has an Oranberry? Excuse me? I'm just going to continue attacking with Stella, but in the movie Destiny Deoxys, the little Plusle and Minen that run around, they're like, "Kadadida!" Oh, it's literally the cutest thing ever. They're like, Plusle and Minen are like playing pranks, and they're like, "Kadadidi!" It's literally the coolest thing in the whole world. What's Nature Power do here? I'm going to really regret this if it's Stun Spore. I think Stun Spore's only in the grass. I think this might be Razor Leaf. Swift, right. On plain grounds, it's just Swift, which is still good. It's a physical move. It never misses either, so it's really helpful. It's hard to remember, though, what the nature power becomes in which area. I know the tall grass, it's Stun Spore, like I said, and I know in the long grass, like the really, really tall stuff that you can't bike through, is Razor Leaf, I think. And, okay, we don't want to do this one with Queen Finny here. How about we do it with Farley, because I think he's got Plusle and Minen as well. Sure, I guess we can do that. I'm definitely not using Basil and Farley for Brendan, but we'll use them for this guy. But, Nature Power, I believe in the long grass is Razor Leaf. I know underwater it's Hydro Pump, I think. I know in a cave it's Shadow Ball. In, like, a rocky area it's Rock Slide. It's pretty easy to determine what it is by the terrain you're around. And by telling the terrain, I'm talking about, like, the little circle underneath of our Pokemon, underneath the Minen on the other side. That's just, like, a plain area. There's no grass or anything special on it. And it's pretty easy to go from there to tell where you're at, and, you know, if you're in grass where you can find, like, wild Pokemon and such, that's where you would get Stun Spore. I believe that's the only one that doesn't deal damage, so as long as I'm not in grass, Nature Power is a viable attacking option. I believe in gyms it's Swift as well. I don't think gyms have different terrain in this generation. Unfortunately, they should have terrain, you know, based off of the type they are. I think that'd be really cool. Like in Brawly, you would got, like, Mach Punch or something. I don't know. It would have been a neat little thing, but I guess that would have been a lot more extra to add to Nature Power just for, you know, gyms that are going to be fought once or twice, depending on how many times you do the rematches. Speaking of, somebody did ask me if I'd be doing the gym rematches in the comment section, and I'd love to do those as like an added challenge, but you can't undo those, unfortunately, until after you've beaten the Elite Four. It's unfortunate. I'd really like to be able to, like, fight them a second time. That'd be an awesome added challenge, like after you beat Winona, Roxanne becomes your same level or something. I think that'd be super cool. Like, every 4th gym, the 2nd gym goes up. Well, you know what I mean. Every 2 gyms, the 1 goes up. That way when you're at the 8th gym, the 7th gym is... I don't know how you do it. It'd be cool. It'd be a really interesting challenge, even if you only had to fight a couple of them once or twice extra. I think that'd be a really fun added challenge. Unfortunately, there's no way to do it. It's the same way with, somebody asked about the dongle method, which if you guys don't know, that means in Generation 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, if you add, a a Game Boy game to your bottom slot, you'll be able to find really cool and unique Pokemon that aren't normally found around those in those games. But unfortunately, they don't give you access to that until after you've beaten the Elite Four. I've tried a whole bunch of cheat codes. I've tried everything I can to try and find a way to do it so I could do a playthrough on the channel of using the dongle method and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I just couldn't find any physical way to do it. There's no way around it, and if you guys ever have found a way around it, definitely let me know. Obviously, other than getting all the gym badges and stuff and then going back through, because that would make it, you know, I couldn't do that. But it wouldn't make for a good playthrough, but I don't know. I think it'd be really cool. You can use the Poke Radar, though, at the beginning of the game, which I've played around with. A Poke Radar Wedlocke on Platinum is super cool because you can get, like, Sentret on Route 1. There's a whole bunch of really cool Pokemon that you can find. If you do Diamond and Pearl, you can get Larvitar before Rourke, which is insane. You can't get it in Platinum, unfortunately, which is where they get you. There's a couple of exclusives to Platinum and stuff like that. But I believe you can get Bagon in Mount Coronet, I think. On Platinum, there's a whole bunch of really cool, unique Pokemon you can get with the Poke Radar. But Busan right here is learning a move that is crucial to his life. He's learning Morning Sun. Now, since I'm not allowed to heal in this playthrough, that means items. I am allowed to heal with moves in battle, like Morning Sun here. Meaning having any type of moves that can heal my Pokemon in battle are drastically important and cannot be forgotten in a playthrough like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Harden. Absorb's still good because we need something to attack with other than Gust, and being able to heal without ending the battle is really important, and that's something that Busan is going to have until the day that he is to perish. Hopefully it's not this episode, because I very well might be using him against Brendan. But if that's the case, maybe Morning Sun will end up saving his life. As I said, it's very helpful. Who knows, but for now, I do want to go ahead and make sure Queen Finny is level 20 as well, so I want to fight with Queen Finny a little bit, because I do want to go ahead and fight Brendan with Queen Finny and Busan. I'm not entirely sure what my strategy would be, but I do have a strategy. These two don't have plus 1 Minun, do they? I think they do, actually. I know that would sound kind of crazy, because, like, the last couple had plus 1 Minun. I know these guys aren't a couple, they're twin sisters or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they have plus 1 Minun. We battle together as one team. Oh yeah, you guys must be aspiring to be like Tate and Liza, huh? You two want to become gym battles? Gym battles? No. Gym leaders, yeah, they do have plus 1 Minun, which would be really bad because Queen Finny and Busan are both weak to electric, so that would have been pretty devastating to fight these two. I don't think they would have made it out alive, which would have put me in a really bad spot for Brendan. But for these two, I should be able to take them out, no problem. Quick attack and bite, I should be able to gang up on one and take it down. Hopefully they outspeed both. Yeah, they both went for Helping Hand. The AI is not too great when there's a double battle, luckily for us. I wanted to try and take out Plusle before it would have been able to make use of the Helping Hand, but I'll be able to quick attack and take it out with Basil, and then Farley will get some damage on Minun. A little bit of teamwork strategy here with Farley and Basil, which is great to see. Didn't get to take use of that Helping Hand, and Minun wasted its turn. And we'll be able to bite Minun a little bit, make it pay for what it just did, and then take it out the next turn. Luckily, it didn't go for Helping Hand there, which isn't going to waste my time. Thank you, Amy and Liv, I believe your names were. At least you guys weren't named like Liv and Lynn. I don't know what it's like to be a parent with baby twins. You know, oh, I want to name our baby girl this name, and then you find out you happen to. Let's name the other one this name with one letter changed because we're too lazy to think of anything else. I mean, is that the thought process behind it? You know, I would never name, like, kids in a theme. I think that's so dumb. Like, no offense to anybody that has done that, if you guys are parents out there, but one of my friends growing up, my really good friend Riley, his whole family was named starting with R. His name was Riley, his brother was Reese, and his sister was Randy. They all had the same name theme, and it's like, I mean, but Corm, you're using a naming theme for your Pokemon. I understand, but it's like a video game, you know, like, I don't know. Like my friend Gavin, Gunnar, Gabriel, they all had the same theme in their names, and I guess that's easy for parents to do, but how can you be creative with it? Like, oh, you got this super creative name for this one kid, but if you have to stick with G, how can you branch out and be creative again? I don't know. It always struck me as odd, and I mean, my parents might have done the same thing. I doubt it, but because I didn't have any siblings, so. But how hard would it be to name all your kids starting with the letter J? That's gotta be hard. Like, pick, like, Z. Zach, Xander. Well, Xander's an X. You see what I mean? It's hard. Like, I don't understand. But I mean, I guess you wouldn't go with X or Z. You'd go with Y. Get it? It's Pokemon reference. Anyways, I switched because Busan didn't have his stats lowered, and, you know, Queen Finny was still asleep. I know he just had a tail whip now, but Skitty's not really anywhere near powerful enough to take me out in one shot. I just said that as I realized it has Double Slap, and if Double Slap hit 5 times, I mean, and with a couple of crits, it could have been bad. And I'm not actually going to go ahead and stay in. I don't want Queen Finny to get jealous. She's our queen, and if she sees Busan looking at this Skitty a little weird, I fear for Busan's safety after this battle. But Queen Finny can come in and take the Double Slap real nicely, and then hopefully wake up this next turn and get rid of Skitty. I never thought I'd see the day where a Skitty became a threat. Yeah, wake up, Finny. Your nap time's over. I know you're the queen and all, but you're not allowed to just sleep on the job. She's like, but I don't have a job. I'm royalty. You must praise me. No, Queen Finny, you have a big job coming up. Your life very well might end this episode. So, savor your moments here on this earth, Queen Finny, if that's even your real name. I mean, it is. Like, oh, I mean, that would have been a better joke for Stella, eh? Get what I'm saying? Anyways, I'll fight the next one with Queen Finny as well. I want Queen Finny to hit level 20, like I said. I know there's a trainer coming up that has an Electrike. Well, not an Electrike, an Aeron, but I don't want to fight him with Queen Finny because they have an Electrike, is where I was going. And as I said, Queen Finny and Busan both are weak to Electric, and we can't be risking anything. I doubt that Electrike has an Electric-type move at this point in the game because they don't get Spark until later on in their life, but I'm not going to risk it. That would be pretty stupid. Speaking of risking, since I can't heal in battle, there's no reason to not go for rollout. Wow, Finny. Phenomenal job, Finny! You can't even roll out. You better not have that kind of luck in the Brendan fight. I need you to hit with rollout. I don't want you to miss with rollout. Luckily, we can hit it, and that's good that it did knock it out in one hit, because if I continue to be able to roll out and not miss, I'll be able to take out the next one in one hit guaranteed. And then hopefully if you keep hitting, I'll be able to sweep this guy's team down. I won't even have to worry about Fisherman Andrew. It is Andrew! I mean, Andrew's the name I always call Fisherman. I didn't see his name when I got into the fight, I swear. But I always go with Fisherman Andrew because there's a lot of Fisherman Andrews in Pokemon. At least I know of one. There's one in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum right west of Eterna City. So, you know, it's kind of a common name for a fisherman in these games for some reason. Especially the Magikarp guys. I had an Andrew growing up. His family didn't name all their kids starting with A because both of their kids were adopted. And his sister started with a J, so it's like, I mean, that'd been funny. You have a kid starts with A, you have a kid starts with J, and then you have another kid and you name him AJ. You know what I'm saying? That'd be, why you have to hate the poor kid, you know? Give him a life, not ruin it from the start. I mean, I can't hate on people that change their names. We do have Stella on our team after all, and I mean, I'd say she's pretty great for having a legal name change up in the house, you know? Well, up in the party, I guess you could say. It's a party in this house, eh? Get it? 'Cause it's Pokemon. Anyways, we got in our double battle up here. I don't feel safe about doing this with Queen Finny and Busan, and the reason for that is this guy is a guitarist, and guitarists normally have Electric-type Pokemon in this generation. That's normally what the Pokemon they carry, like, in their class. So, I believe this is Cherry Berries. Yeah, I didn't read it, but yeah, they're Cherry Berries, and I believe the other one is a Leppa Berry? I don't remember getting Leppa Berries this early. Yeah, they are Leppa Berries. That's really helpful, I suppose. I'll never need to actually attach those in battle, so I can just use those for training and stuff like that. But I will go ahead and fight this guy with Queen Finny and Busan. Hey, how'd you get into space this small? I cut the hedges! I know, Bianca doesn't know how to garden, but she does know how to tell a Pokemon to do it. She can cut. Black Belt Ret has a Makuhita. That scares me a little bit. Oh yeah, Queen Finny and Busan are up front. I'm sorry. I just always get scared of Makuhita because of Arm Thrust. It's a really deadly attack if it gets a really outrageous roll and stuff. It can hit, fall 5 times, it can crit a couple of times. It's a pretty deadly attack, and especially against Finny, who doesn't resist it, it could get a little sketchy, especially having Focus Energy up. I don't like the looks of that, and I'm going to switch because Busan resists it greatly, and along with that, I'll be able to take it out in one shot with Gust. It didn't go for, oh, and the sand attack. There was a lot of things into play there. That's the reason that I switched. Hopefully we hit. We did, and Gust should take it out in one shot, and I believe that's his only Pokemon. Yeah, nice work, Busan. All right, hopefully this gets Queen Finny to level 20 because I really want her to be level 20. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. And no moves at level 20, but I'd say that's a great level to fight our rival with, which is coming up very soon, and I'm incredibly scared. I believe there's only 2 trainers left in our way. I would like to do the Trick House, but I mean, we can probably do that after Brendan. I mean, I want to do it before Brendan, but I don't want to do it before Brendan because I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, but if somebody dies in Brendan, I wouldn't be able to do it this episode, so I'll probably do it before. Anyways, this guy's a guitarist, like I said. I could tell he's like, did my guitar pull you in? If anything, guitarist, Marcos, hey, that's on the list. I mean, yeah, close enough. If anything, it scared me away because I don't want to fight a guitarist because they have electric types and Voltorb can self-destruct. I don't think it has self-destruct at this point, but just in case, I'm gonna switch because Screech and self-destruct it would kill Basil. Even though Voltorb have incredibly low attack, it would still kill Basil in one shot. Don't use it again, please. Please don't use it again. Charge. Okay. Yeah, that won't boost self-destruct at all. I don't think it has it at this level. I don't think so. I think it gets it like level 17, 18, 19, 20. Somewhere around there. I highly doubt that it has it at this point in the game. And we could take it out in one shot with Farley anyways, so it doesn't matter. Well, I guess not one shot because it was already weakened because of Basil, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. That's all he had? Just a Voltorb? Okay, that's fine. And we can get this item. Now, my Pokemon knowledge and memory is tingling. I can tell you what this item is just by touching the Pokeball. My fortune teller status. It's a guard spec. What? I thought it was a guard spec. Wait, no, there's a guard spec over here. Hold on. Hold the phone, guys. I missed the guard spec. No, I forgot all about it. Yeah, but I didn't technically get it right, but I remembered the guard spec because of that. Can't leave any items left behind now. Wait, is this a whole new route? Oh, that's where we caught Farley. Duh. I forgot. Yeah, we caught Farley on Route 103. We caught Fartley. Did I just say Fartley? You guys are not allowed to ever mention it again. I did not call Farley Fartley. It didn't happen. All right. Yeah, we caught Farley on Route 103. That was a mistake that has been waiting to happen. I'm sure of it. All right, I'm going to spray Repel right here. I'm going to go ahead and fight the last trainer before we go into the trick house, just because I know he's over here. And he has I've soiled myself. It's over. I'm going to go ahead and put Stella and Twitchy up front. I know he has an Electrike and an Aeron, like I said. Yeah, I should be able to do it with Stella, no problem. He's like, he found some cool Pokemon in the grass around here. He is most certainly correct about that, because this is where you catch Electrike. And if that wasn't a hint to you that he has an Electrike, I don't know. Youngster Timmy's a little smarter than you. But, you know, Timmy, didn't we fight a youngster Tommy earlier? Long lost brothers, Timmy and Tommy. What did Tommy have? Did we even fight a Tommy? I'm pretty certain we did. That's what sparked the Rugrats Tommy debate, I think. I'm pretty certain I did. Anyways, I should be able to take Aeron out with a couple of Bullet Seed. It's a special attack in this generation because it's a grass-type move, meaning it's not going to be, you know, badly affected by its huge head stat. No. Its huge attack stat. Hopefully Stella doesn't miss with Bullet Seed because of that Mud Slap, which is exactly what proceeded to happen. And now it's going for Metal Claw. Not a fan of seeing that. I mean, actually, Twitchy having Rock Smash later on is going to be huge because we'll be able to fight Steel and Rock-type Pokemon that Twitchy normally wouldn't be able to fight, like, should he get into a bind and have to do it. Luckily, Stella hit enough to take it out here, though, and then I guess I can fight the Electrike with, yeah, Twitchy, the Pokemon we were just talking about. We get to see Twitchy as a Linoon. We haven't gotten to fight with him very much as a Linoon. I think we've only seen him once since he's evolved. So let's have Twitchy come on out, be a little geeky, and knock this Electrike on out. I don't know about you guys, but I see Twitchy as this hardcore geek nerd. He's just this Twitchy kind of geek guy, and he needs his Stella in his life, and if anything happens to Stella, he's going to be distraught, because it's literally the only thing he has in his life right now, other than the other Pokemon on the team, but he's going to be all alone. And Timmy does verify that being cool is not enough to win. Apparently not, because, I mean, apparently it is, because, well, we'll see after we fight Brendan, because, I mean, we are the coolest kids on the lot, as you guys know. Coolest kids on the Sandlot, eh? Have any of you guys seen The Sandlot? It's a great movie. I'm not going any further. I'm scared of Brendan. He frightens me greatly. I've had bad memories of that place. So I'm going to go back and heal, and we're going to go inside of the trick house and at least clear the first room. And then we'll have to fight Brendan, and I am fairly concerned. Alright, guys, we have went ahead and healed up all the Pokemon. And as for the trick house, I'm not sure if I'll ever come back here and do any more of it after this. But we can do the first floor, because I believe you get a rare candy from it. I mean, it's kind of worth it. It's kind of cool. I like doing the trick house, personally. And we have Cut on our team, so there's no reason not to. And as we enter his house, we're going to see a glimmer. Ka-choo! Did you see it? Did you spot it? It's right here. The old man is under the table. How did you know I concealed myself beneath this table? You're sharp. Sharp indeed. Is he talking about the knife under the table? That was bad. Like the pen under the table that he dropped and then stabbed himself with while he was hiding. You guys ever do that? Like mess around with your mom or dad and you hide and then you kind of hurt yourself while you're hiding? I mean, only the inept, I'm sure. But like I remember back when I was a kid, I'd try to scare my mom to death, you know, and like I'd hide behind the couch and I'd be getting behind the couch and I'd stub my toe on the couch and it would only do nothing but hurt me in the end. It happens. You know, I guess it doesn't happen. I guess it happens to like... I digress. Regardless, we are now in the trick house, and this girl has ambushed me. Last Sally is in the house, and she has herself a Duke. Oddish. Called him Duke because we called her Duke. It's a girl. Because we caught an Oddish last episode named Duke, which is pretty sweet. It's not the greatest thing on the route. I'm still upset that I didn't end up getting... Ooh, is this... What is this in here? Oh, it's still Swift, right. As long if it's plain and there's, like, nothing special to it, then it's Swift. That's fine. Oddish is just going to go ahead and spray some scents around. They're apparently pretty sweet, but I can't tell because I have absolutely no sense of smell in my head. I've never been able to smell anything, but, I mean, it's probably a pretty sweet scent. Whatever can smell it. Like your girl Stella over here. And Stella's going to hit level 21 in the process. I say that's pretty good. We should probably be using Queen Finny and Busan to get them a little bit more experience before we do inevitably fight Brawly. Not Brawly. Brendan. You guys know what I'm talking about. We already fought Brawly. I almost said Brawly. Like, wait, that's his name. Like, you know, Brawly and Wally mixed together, but that would become Brawly anyways. Regardless, I'm going to go ahead and put Queen Finny and Busan up front. Finny's going to be my main man for the fight, I think, so we're going to go ahead and try and get her as much of experience as possible. And in the Trick Room house, I don't remember when you can come back. I think it's like after every gym, there's like some more trainers to fight. I might do this during training montages sometimes, like when I know I'm so much higher level that it won't matter, just for some easy training down the line. Like, say I come back here when all the Pokemon are like level 20 and my team's level 40. Just for some fairly easy experience down the line. I'd say that's pretty cool. I think the next one is make use of Rock Smash, so probably after Watson's gym. There's nothing special in here, I believe, after the Rare Candy. I think you can get a TM from him after a couple of visits, but I'll only ever come back and get it, I think, if I actually need the TM for something. I forget what it is, but I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments, and I'll be like, yeah, I'll need it. Or I'll be like, nah, I don't need that. Anyways, this girl is, like, asking me who the Trick Master is. It's probably that weirdo that hired you to stand in here. He built this big old house. He's trying to trick some people, and he's like, hey, Robin, I need you to come in here and stand. You need to fight the trainers that come in because apparently fighting is trickery. I have no idea where he gets this, but I mean, the Trick House is cool. I like to see something similar to the Trick. Dang it, Skitty. You know, I never thought I hated Skitty more than I have this episode. The last Skitty made Finny go to sleep. This Skitty made Finny go to sleep. It's just being a big nuisance kitty. Speaking of cats, I don't know if I ever mentioned this in my videos recently, but about 2 weeks ago, my 19-year-old cat, Muncho, actually disappeared. My dad never let him out, never saw him get outside. He just vanished one day and never came back. And we just assumed he probably left the house, wanted to go off somewhere, wanted to go pass away peacefully. And, oh, it was really sad. He's 19 years old and just completely vanished. My dad refilled his food and water and has cleaned his litter box the day that he couldn't find him. And up until yesterday, was still completely untouched. Nothing had changed. We just assumed he was gone. And my dad was outside yesterday, and Muncho comes walking out of the cornfields. Just walks in the shed, just wanders on in. My dad's sitting there, literally losing his mind. Like, what? The cat! And the cat's home, and he's safe. Muncho was always an outside cat ever since he was a kitten. But about 10 years ago when my dad moved away or whatever, he became an indoors cat once he got older and, you know, wasn't allowed outside anymore. You know, he was getting older. So Muncho probably longed for the day that he could finally go back outside again. He got out and he took a nice 2-week vacation, came on home. He's always been an outdoors cat, like I said, so he knows how to get around, and he's not declawed or anything, so he knows how to fend for himself. But he's always been a hunter cat, and I mean, it's safe to say he's still got it. Definitely. That cat's got 99 lives. He's been outside over and over in his life. He's always been a really interesting cat. He lost his brother when, like, really early on. When I was a little kid, he's 19, so, like, when I was, like, 2 years old, we got 2 baby kittens when I was a little kid, and we got Oscar and Muncho. I named Muncho because I was a little kid and I was kind of dumb, and my mom named Oscar, and Oscar was my entire world growing up. I was a huge-time cat person when I was a little kid, and Oscar ended up dying on my first day of first grade. He ended up getting hit by a car on the first day of first grade, which was really hard for a kid that's just now going to, like, school that's not kindergarten. And it was really hard. And after that moment, I turned cold with cats. I didn't really care about cats anymore. I became a dog person, and I still am to this day. I still like cats, but I was crazy for cats when I was a kid. I used to go around school and say kitty cuckoo all the time. I used to just like walk up to people and go kitty cuckoo. I'm serious. Don't make fun of me. But it was bad. And ever since Oscar died, I never cared anymore. But his brother Muncho is still here to this day, which is absolutely insane. And one of these days, he'll hopefully be reunited with Oscar after all these years. It's really wild, honestly, to think about. Like, it makes you think, does Muncho still ever think about him? That was his brother. They played together. They've known each other since they were babies. You know, and he's been without him for about 13 years now. It's like, does he ever think about him anymore? It's really interesting, and it'd be really cool to just know. But I guess we never will. I'm sure he does, but he's a good cat. I love Muncho. I'd love to see him make it like really old, like one of the oldest cats ever, like get up to like 25 or something. Who knows? I think he's got it in him, but he's not looking too good nowadays. Who knows? Maybe. I'm glad he's home, though. I just thought that was a really interesting story to share while we were fighting a skitty kitty. And now we gotta fight youngster Eddie. I don't know where Ed and Ed is, but here's Eddie. Yeah? Ed and Eddie is like one of the best TV shows ever created. You can't debate it. It's just literally one of the most entertaining cartoons in existence. Let me know if you guys ever watched you boys Ed, Ed, and Eddie. And get some jawbreakers and stuff like that. It's always been a really good entertaining time. I'd love to re-binge Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I will see if I still like it as much as I did when I was a kid. Who knows? Like, I love that show. I have fond memories of that. What's one of your favorite cartoons growing up as a kid? I mean, a lot of you still are kids, honestly. So what's like one of the hot and hip happening cartoons nowadays for all the youngsters out there? I've heard of a few things, but I don't know. I never really care for cartoons nowadays. They're pretty bad. I like the older stuff, like Johnny Test was always a really good one, and I know it doesn't get a lot of love on the internet, but Johnny Test was great. Ben 10, the original Ben 10, not the new one. That's bad. I heard it's really bad. I always hated Teen Titans. You know, just like, let me know what your favorite cartoons were. I loved Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I don't really like Halloween, nor do I condone it. I don't partake at all. I stay in my house on Halloween. I really, really hate the holiday. But when I was a little kid, you know, I went because like my parents, you know, dressed me up for Halloween and stuff. I was young and I didn't know any better. But I went as Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends when I was a little kid. I think I was in the 4th grade. My mom made my costume and everything. It was all right. I went as Donald Duck, I believe. Not Donald Duck. The one of the green duck. Plucky the duck from like, Looney Tunes or whatever when I was a little kid too. Like when I was like 1st grade or something. Anyways, now we're out of here. The Trick Master's like, oh, you made it to me. You're one sharp kid. It took me all night to plant those trees. Wow, you must be a really good farmer. Bianca can't farm, but this guy grew trees overnight. He's got the best fertilizer in all of Sinnoh. Clap your hands for that guy, everybody. He's really good. But we get a rare candy from him, which is really nice to see. Probably the best thing that you can get from here, unless you want to decorate your secret base. You get some really cool tents when you do the last ones, but obviously this is a challenge playthrough. We don't really have a use for a secret base or anything, but I probably will play around with it in this adventure just because it's kind of fun. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and heal one last time, and then we have a death fight up ahead. I have bad memories, but hopefully we can take him down. Alright guys, I am incredibly nervous. So I've got a little bit of a story to go into before we actually jump into this fight. I have done a Nuzlocke and a Wedlocke on a HOENN game several times. And this is the first time I'm going to end up finishing a no healing challenge on these games. But I've never once in my entire career of doing these challenges have made it past this fight without a death. I've had my first death in every HOENN playthrough I have ever done in this fight. Ever. Even the one on the channel. Everything I've ever done in HOENN has had my first death against this very fight. I tried doing a no healing Wedlocke on this game a while back on Twitter, and I never ended up finishing it. I wanted to do it on the channel. And I had my first death here as well. I've had my first death at this place every time, and I have wanted revenge here so bad. I don't care how bad Watson goes. I don't care how awful that fight will be. I want to make it through this fight with no deaths. I have prepared the pair I'm using and the pair that I have for backup. And I just really hope everything goes according to plan, because otherwise Queen Finny and Busan will pay the price. There's no need for words now. There's nothing I can do other than approach our rival and get this third fight underway. Hey Bianca, so this is where you were. How's it going? How have you been raising your Pokemon? I think I'm going to check for you. Time for the third rival battle of the Pokemon Emerald No Healing in Battle Wedlocke Challenge versus Pokemon Trainer and rival Brendan here on the bridge on the way to Mauville City. Let's do this! And first up is a Wingull. It's his newly added Pokemon and we need to take it down. It's level 18, water flying type, and I need your help, Queen Finny. I need you desperately for this fight. And my strategy is not a very good one, but it's all we have to work with. Alright, Finny, I need you to set up Defense Curl immediately. That growl is awful. But hopefully, my strategy will be able to sweep him clean, because it's all I have to go with. Yes, thank you so much. Supersonic Mist. Roll out! It hit. How much will it do? Not enough! And Supersonic does connect! Oh, God. Come on, Queen Finny. You can do it. Yeah! Roll out! All right! It's not a great start because Queen Finny is confused, but that Wingull is no more. Oh boy, what's next? It's Lombre. I wanted to keep the rollout combo going. I think all it would have is Absorb, but I'm not going to put Queen Finny's life at risk. She's confused and I should go with the smart bet. Alright, get back, Queen Finny. I need your help, Busan. Let's do this. Alright, next up is his Lotad from before, and it's now evolved like ours. It's a Water Grass type, level 18, and I need Busan to hit it as hard as I can with Gust. Smack that thing down, Busan. It's going to be 2-hit KO like the Wingull, and all it has to go for is Astonish. It did a little bit more than I would like to see, honestly, but I need to take it out as quickly as I can, and that's going to be it for Lombre. And that leaves his final Pokemon and his ace in the fear of this fight. I am absolutely terrified because Busan cannot do this one alone. This Combuskin must be taken down with Queen Finny, and if she can't do it, Busan's life will come to an end as well. Alright, Busan, get back! This is all on our Queen Finny! Let's do it! Alright, his final Pokemon in his ace is his Torchic Combuskin has now been evolved. It's a full fire fighting type, level 20. And I'm gonna go for Water Gun. I was going to use Rollout, but since we're now snapped out of it, I think my best bet here is Water Gun. Double kick. God, it didn't do very much. And it didn't crit. Finny, Water Gun! Oh my God, that's actually, we could do it. We could do it! Don't get psyched up yet. Keep going. Double kick again. Oh God. Use it. Not quite. It's not in Oranberry range. That's not good. Water Gun's not enough to finish it off. I can't heal in this challenge. I have to keep pressing. Yeah! Brendan, you're an idiot! Water Gun! And that's it for Brendan! We did it! Awesome work, Queen Finny and Busan! You guys did it! Awesome work! Alright, we had a great pair for him, and I was worried for nothing. Great work, you two! But that does leave the old fat man Watson in our wake, and I am very worried as to what's to come because of him. Not having a death here means our team is in big trouble for the electric-type gym leader Watson. That's alright. At least we made it past Brendan. That's all that matters as of right now. Huh, you're pretty good. I know, Brendan, we did it. Still deathless. Bianca, you've trained without me noticing. Good enough. Here, take this. And he gives us the item finder of this game, which is really cool. I probably won't use it. It's not the greatest in the world, and if you use it right now, I believe it's going to point me into this direction, and there's like a rare candy on an island over there. I'm not going to get it, obviously, since I don't have Surf yet, but I'll probably come back for it like Elite Four time when it's time to train. Or maybe I'll get it when I get Surf. Who knows? I mean, it's on the way, so yeah, I probably will. Anyways, guys, I'm really happy with Queen Finian Busan. They did great work there. Her hitting through confusion at the start was really good because had she hurt herself right there, things could have gotten incredibly nasty. Her hitting through confusion is what was needed, and her tag teaming with her partner Busan definitely saved the day. I'm very proud of these two. She didn't even need the Orange Berry, which is great because we might need that down the line since we can't plant them. I'd say they did an amazing job. I was really worried, but I had a great pair for it at this point in the game. Obviously, I could have had worse. Normally, I have a Wingull at this point in the game, and Azumarill is incredible for Brendan, I guess. I definitely stand by the fact that it is considered the hardest rival battle of any Pokemon in any game. Any Pokemon game at all. By far. You're normally not going to have somebody that's going to steamroll him like that. It can get really nasty in a Wedlocke. It's incredibly difficult. And even Worcester, a Pokemon speedrunner, claims it to be the hardest rival battle of all time. And I agree 100%. The only thing that comes close to beating it would be the fight against Silver when you leave Bugsy's town, Azalea Town, in Johto. That's really rough too. But luckily we managed to take him down without a problem at all, which is really good. I did not need a death right now. But it does leave us in a bad spot for Watson because there isn't very much coming up ahead that's going to cause a threat, meaning this is probably the team we're going to have when we enter the fight with Watson. And I don't have any strategy for him. It could be Basil and Farley could do it, Twitchy and Stella could do it, and Queen Finian Busan cannot be used. They will die quickly. So I don't know what I'm going to do. If I recall in Maryland's Sapphire no healing Wedlocke that he did, he had a Lombre and a Linoon as well, and he used them there, and that was where they met their fate. And I feel like me using a my Lombre and Linoon is just asking for trouble because it's going to prove same results, most likely. But maybe then again, I could avenge them. And keep in mind, in Sapphire, his team is even weaker than it is in Emerald. He has a Manectric in this game, which is an extra Pokemon. I could be in big trouble. I could potentially wipe. It could be really bad. But I can't worry about the future. We need to think about the present and move forward with that. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, a like is appreciated. It helps out a great deal. And if you want to see more Pokemon Wedlocks like Pokemon Emerald, feel free to subscribe. And in the next episode, we're going to finally make our way to Mauville City, clear out the routes surrounding it, and get prepared to enter the Mauville Gym. And hopefully take on Watson in the episode after that. So, until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching!